Hi everyone, welcome to my trading recap. Today I am up $4,000, baby. Trading the small cap market, trading without the PDT rule, trading crazy stocks, crazy momentum, mainly because PDT got removed and then it feels like there's more volume, more excitement, more hype around those small cap stocks because today was pretty solid. It was not an easy day to trade because no day is an easy day to trade, but there were some very solid opportunities. And as you guys know from earlier this week, I uploaded my recap. It was my turn to recap my 10K day, and today I'm up 4K. And as you guys can see, on Wednesday and Thursday, I was red, but Thursday was a small red day, but Wednesday was not as small for me. I feel like I should have cutted it by like at least it should have been like a 1K red day, but not more than that. But whatever. Not every day is a successful trading day. And also today, like I gave back some and then I recouped from the depths because I was up. I was up like 2.5, gave back some, which was not crazy. It's fine to give back like that. And then I moved all the way to being up like 4K. And then I got this crazy nonsense. And then I got caught in the RMSG nonsense. Where is it? Just right here. I was buying in here 3.4 and then I sold in the depths at 3.2, which was a crazy big loss for me. It was with 5,000 shares, even more than that. So this is that, which was pretty sad, but whatever. Can't win them all, baby. And then I traded market open and had some very solid winners. Yeah, as you guys can see, 930. I got this crazy trade on RMSG2, which was the dip off of the second 1 minute candle from open. I was buying 3.5, selling all the way to 3.85. So one in, one out. I was just holding. I was just holding like I'm the goddamn CEO. I was like 3.5. Let's hold that. It should squeeze. And then I did it successfully. And I was, and you, as you guys know from trading, sometimes your decision making could be such a hit or miss because I could have bought it in here and then it could have went to 3.6 and then maybe it could have flushed all the way back down. Then I would be like with nothing. But that's trading. I had the intuition, I had the thesis, I had the process, and I just executed my idea. And I sold for a very solid win. And also today we had BCDA, which was pretty solid. I had some very nice trade. I think I was trading it with like 6, 7, 8K size, which was insane because it's a lot of size for me. But as you guys can see from my PNL, I'm pushing it because I have some very good edge that I have, and I just need to scale it up because, as you guys know, May 2026, I was with the boys in Barcelona, and what happened in that trip was I saw so many great individuals, very good traders, and we were sharing ideas, sharing recordings, sharing like everything, and then they saw what I'm doing, and they were like, "Bro, keep it up. That's very solid from you. Just size this up and you're good to go. Like, have some more confidence in yourself." And honestly, that's what I did because ever since that trip, I feel like I sized up. And of course, there were some like bad incidents, I would say, with sizing up because on May 18th, I was up. Where is it? Yeah, I was up 8K and then I lost everything to being up like only 2K, which is not 2K is a lot of money, but you know, after being up 8K is not that good. But honestly, just gotta push that size, gotta be disciplined, gotta follow my strategy, gotta follow my bliss, my intuition, and my edge. And then I will go to the moon because as you guys can see, I'm making some money. Market is hot, but I'm pushing it with size. That's not a regular size for me because yeah, like making like I want to say like I had like 15, 17, maybe $20,000 in some trades. So that's pretty solid for me. And I feel like honestly with this market, like let's watch it. Like where is it? So BCDA, for example, we're seeing like 2 million shares per minute. That's a lot of volume. Me trying to get inside those candles with like 6, 7, 8K is not that serious. Like I can even try 11, 12, maybe 13, but that's some crazy size. That's some dash size. You know what I'm trying to say? That's some big size. But yeah, eventually one time, I feel like as more like the more you progress as a trader and you try to size up, it's just a different game because, of course, it's the same edge, it's the same strategy. But once you are pushing it and liquidity starts being an issue, it could be very difficult. But on the same note, when you size up that much, it's like far more easier to make money because every trade you can make a lot of money. So you can maybe trade less and you can either just focus on your best setups. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, and today, so very solid open. As you guys know, what I said earlier, I got this crazy trade on RMSG, which was just right off the open, which was pretty solid. And then I traded which one? Which one? Can't remember. I feel like yeah, I just waited for the most part. Yeah, I got some trades also in here, but I waited for the most part, and then SNBR was on scans. So I watched it initially, and I was like, bro, this has no volume. But please, 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 SNBR, please do something, please. I was begging it to do something, and it did. It eventually did. I didn't overtrade that range because it was just stupid if I had done so because it had no volume. The range was off. I feel like I got like one trade with like 4K size, which is nothing for that price range, and then I sold immediately. But then when it broke out, I got some trades in here. I got that little dip in here and both in here. I got some nice trades, and it felt like it was this close to holding up each time, and I was holding for the hold up, but it was a mistake hindsight because it never did. Usually penny stocks do not hold up because the hold bands are so wide. So whenever they even go to the hold up like limit, they usually just stop there and then they go back down. But it kept doing it, and then the hold level moved up, which is not usually what you're going to see out of those penny stocks. But yeah, it was pretty good. Very good front side, honestly. Like up only 90%. That's some solid action. And I made like I want to say 1300, 1200, which is a lot of money for me trading the open because usually I just don't make money off the open. I usually make my money pre-market. And also we got the what's the name of the open? BCDA. Yeah, BCDA in here. Where is it? Yeah. So that was pretty solid. I was timing the breakout pretty well. I was selling right in here and then it dipped for a little bit. I was buying with small size, sold 180. Honestly, it was pretty solid for me. It was with small size, but yeah, still solid trading. And then I just tried this dip 175, like micro pullback, and then I got flashed back down. And then I was like, okay, let's not erase all my profits because this was some nice and solid trades. Also got this trade. So was buying 140, 139s and selling 43s, 44s. And that was pretty solid. Very solid market open today, honestly. What else? SMTK didn't do much at 7 a.m. Nothing. But yeah, CMND. Oh my god, this stock was so bad, bro. Holy brother. I got this breakout, then it stuffed on me, got back down. I got this breakout, I was selling 72s, and then it flashed all the way back on me. And I was selling honestly at like, I want to say, no, I sold break even, but still, bro, I was on that breakout pretty solidly, timed it pretty well, 66 average, and then I was in 87s, like I could have sold, did not, and then it flashed on me. And it was pretty frustrating. This stock was very frustrating for me, but other than that, solid day, cannot complain. I'm up 16 bends on the week, baby. Holy damn, 16K. That's a lot of money. And as you guys know, like we're about to do a video about my scanners because you guys see me. I have this ability of watching stocks pretty early. Like even SNBR, I saw it way before it squeezed, like right in here, and I was calling it. And I feel like the edge of watching those stocks and watching them real time and like anticipating those breakouts and crazy moves is to initially have a very good scanner. And my scanner is Charts Watcher right now. So link down below. You can guys check it out. I feel like it's the best scanner out there, in my opinion. And in order to configure it, of course, you can do whatever you want with it. But if you want to configure it like I do, like a guy who managed to find out a 2500% squeezer in 10 seconds, CIIT, baby, thank you. You can just copy what I'm doing. So I'll do a video on it and I'll let you know everything about this scanner. But yeah, I feel like it's a very good scanner. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. This was me. Let's hope for a strong market on Monday, because Monday can be hot too, because we are in a hot market. We just need to see those continuations. Like once Monday is hot, maybe Tuesday is also hot, then you can size up. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you just roll with big size and make a bank. That's what I will try to do. And of course, trading is risky. My results are not typical, apparently. You know, when I was a beginner, I used to hear this type of disclaimer each and every day when I was studying and learning from mentors and YouTubers and everyone. And now I'm the one who is saying that. So my results are definitely not typical. And thank you guys for watching. Shabbat shalom. אוהב אתכם. תודה למי שבא. תודה למי שלא בא. יאללה ביי.